Hey, what's up, you guys? Bringing another action figure review to you, and this is the action figure review of the Marvel Legends Toad. Uh, this is a classic series. This figure was released way back in the Toy Biz days, and now they are re-releasing it in Hasbro form. And I have wanted this figure since I saw it announced. I wanted it for my X-Men collection, and I was really worried that it was going to shoot up in price. Thankfully, it hasn't yet, but it still might eventually. So I wanted to strike and get it while the iron was hot, and I got this figure, and I'm very happy that I have him. And he looks fantastic. So let's get right into it. So the packaging here, you see Marvel Legends, Marvel's Toad, 20 years. That's right. That's how long it's been. And you see the little comic book on the back, which is really cool because that's how they included the figures back then. You see Toad in the packaging. You see his alternate head with that tongue. I love it. You see the different superheroes. You see the Marvel sign up here. You see the different heroes. Captain America, Daredevil, Avengers, Fantastic Four, X-Men, Spider-Man, Cap, Daredevil, Avengers, Fantastic Four, X-Men. You see all that. This is the bottom. This is the side. Once again, you have all the heroes on the side here. You got Hasbro right there. You have Toad right here. He looks awesome. You got Marvel Legends up in the box right there. 20 years. You got Toad. Awesome. Marvel Legends, Toad. And it reads, for 20 years, the Marvel Legends series has brought the iconic characters and storylines of the Marvel universe to fans worldwide. To celebrate the 2002 Toy Biz debut release. Wow, 2002. That's crazy. Marvel Legends proudly presents the 20th Anniversary Series 1 featuring Captain America, Iron Man, Hulk, and Toad. And yeah. So you got Marvel there at the bottom, Hasbro there at the bottom. You got all the warnings, all the legalities, the barcode, all of that. And that's about it. You got more heroes on the back side here, as you can see. And this side as well. Really cool, really awesome. So I'm ready to get Mr. Toad out of the packaging, and I'm ready to review this figure. So let's do it. Let's crack him open. Stay tuned. And so here is Toad out of packaging. He looks great. He looks fantastic. Love the head sculpt so far. Can't wait to get into his accessories, his alternate head. Of course, I will in just a moment. But I want to talk about this first. So I thought it was a comic book because originally in the Toy Biz era, they gave you this as a comic book. Now it has a comic issue on this cover because this is obviously a comic issue. But featuring the return of the dreaded Magneto. At last, the X-Men come face to face with the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. So yeah, this is X-Men going against the Brotherhood. Magneto leading the charge, of course. Xavier leading the X-Men, of course. X-Men, the most unusual teenagers of all time. Yeah, so this is a comic issue, but it's not a comic. It's just a cardboard display, which is fine, which is cool. This is a cool display. This is like Toad being like in the woods or something like that. So that's really cool. So I'll leave that back there for Mr. Toad, you know, him being in the woods and such and whatever. So Toad looks excellent. Hasbro did very good on the head sculpt. I am very pleased with it. This head sculpt looks absolutely wonderful. Very pleased with it. Love all the sculpt work they did here. The lining throughout his cheeks, like the little wrinkles and lining and little spots there. I don't know if that's done intentionally with the spots, but actually it works. It looks good because, you know, Toad is a dirty, filthy mutant, you know? So there's pins in his arms, but he has pinless legs. So there you have it. Marvel Legends skimped out. They went half and half on you. Me, I don't really care. I don't care if a figure has pins or not. I just don't. But I figured since everybody talks about it in their reviews on YouTube, I guess I have to start talking about it. I mean, I don't have to, but I guess I'm just choosing to. So, you know, whatever. So nice little wrinkles here, nice detail. His outfit is done perfectly. Definitely resembles the comic books, which is excellent. But like a more modernized version of the comic books, sort of. I mean, it's still old school, and you can tell, but it does have a certain flair to it, and I like that. And I love the sculpting of his hair. I think they did excellent. They even put a wash in it. You get brownie points for that. I love the little like eye coloring that they put in his eyes. This freaky grin, his teeth. His teeth looks gross and disgusting. I love this head sculpt. This head sculpt is fantastic. And I ain't even get into the other head yet, but I'm about to. The little wrinkles going all throughout his outfit is done excellent. They put a little wash in here, brownie points once again. Little wrinkles. This has a little wash here too. His knees has a different shade. I don't really care about that. More wrinkles. His shoes are really nice. They look like elf shoes. It's done really nicely. More wash. Love that. Brownie points. I'm going to keep saying that. So yeah, you got the belt here, very nicely sculpted, detailed, and painted as well. His gloves look good. His wrist, that material on his wrist. So this is excellent. This is very, very well done. Very well done. I'm very pleased with what Marvel Legends did right here. So we're going to get into his alternate accessories. Oh, one more accessory I forgot to mention was he comes with this Marvel Legends display stand, very reminiscent of the Toy Biz days, because I do remember these. So that's very nice as well. You can see the back there. So we're gonna get into his alternate hands and his little toad pals. I hope he can hold it in his hands. And we're gonna get into that nasty slithering tongue that he has with his alternate head. So stay tuned. This review is just getting started, just warming up. Oh my God, this is so awesome. So, first of all, let's get into the tongue. The tongue is outstanding. This is so ridiculously awesome. This is so cool. You know, this is my first time actually collecting a Toad figure ever from the X-Men universe. And this is outstanding. I mean, the way they sculpted his tongue like that, the way it just hangs down, and then the way how it curls up at the end, that is just spectacular. That is freaking amazing. That is just awesome sauce right there. That is just icing on the cake. Definite brownie points for that. Absolutely. So his other accessories, okay, his alternate hands, which is his open displayed hands, because he originally came out of packaging with the fisted hands and with his normal head. So the accessories included is this awesome slippery slide down tongue head and these toads. So it was not easy for me to place these toads in his hands because they fall out very easily. But it was all trial and error. But if you're consistent with it, if you're determined you can do it. I mean, it's not that hard, but it will fall out of his hands a couple of times. So you got to place it in there correctly and carefully. But as you can see, he's holding these Toad figures in his hand, and it's awesome. They did not have to include these two little toads. They didn't have to include that as accessories. But just the fact that they did is really cool. The fact that you can display him with these little toads in his hand is really awesome. They get brownie points for that as well. And I just love that. I really love this figure. Like I didn't think I was gonna love this figure this much, but I do. This figure is really outstanding. And it's gonna get a high rating review from me. That's for darn sure. Spoilers. It's not going to be an 8 or 8.5. That much I could. You'll see what I rated at the end. But this figure is outstanding. I have to say, I can't sing the praises enough for this figure. Yeah, so I just want to get one more look at this. These cute little Toad figures, they are just so cute, and I love it. They look amazing. I'll try to get a little more of a detailed look at them. So these are the little Toad figures that's sculpted. This one is green, and you can see the little bottom of him. They are not articulated, but it's just so nice that they added this. So that's that little Toad figure, the little green one. And this is the other Toad figure. The other little Toad that he has. And that looks nice as well. So yeah, so I mean, just awesome. Just awesome sauce, man. Just absolutely fantastic. So let's get into articulation. All right, so articulation. So we do have some slight pivoting, a little tiny bit of attitude, just ever so slightly. Full 360 rotation. He can look up about before it pops off. He can look up about. He can look up about that much, down about that much. His arms can go out about that much. He can move up. He can't go all the way around 360, but he can move up. He can move his arm back because this is going to hinder. So he does get an up bicep swivel. Does he get butterfly joints? Maybe slightly. It looks like his arm does close in a little bit, so there probably is a butterfly joint in there. So upper bicep swivel, doubly jointed elbows with the pins. Full 360 wrist and hinge rotation. You do get pivoting in his upper diaphragm. You also get a full 360 waist swivel in the upper diaphragm. You do get rotation, heavy rotation there. And you do get two separate ab crunches, one in the diaphragm and one in the lower waist. So he crunches back that much, crunches forward that much, and full 360 waist and diaphragm rotation. The belt is floaty, so it can move around for articulation, which is not a problem. The belt moved around a little too much on me right there. I had to straighten it back out. So full splits, very nice. He can kick forward very high, very nice. He can kick back slightly. I believe he has drop down hips. Okay, nice. He has a full thigh cut rotation. Doubly jointed knees. And there's no boot rotation. There's no shoe rotation. His foot can hinge all the way down, can hinge all the way up. And he does have beautiful ankle pivot. Okay, so there's your articulation for Mr. Toad. And this figure is so damn awesome. I am just really in love with this figure. When I initially bought it, I mean, I knew I was going to like it, but I didn't know I was going to like it this much. Seriously, like I did not see that coming, that, you know, I was going to fall that much in love with this figure. But this figure is absolutely awesome. This is one of Marvel Legends' greatest. Seriously, this is one of their greatest figures ever made. It's definitely in the top 100 for sure, or the top 50 at least for sure. This is one of their greatest figures ever. So first up, we're gonna have him next to Lady Deathstrike. That looks really good. Next to Magneto as well, his boss. That's pretty good as well. And here we have him next to Sabretooth, his partner. And I know Tombstone has nothing to do with the X-Men, but just to continue the villain trend, next to Tombstone. And speaking of continuing the villain trend, this is fun. Both tongue figures, both tongue wagging psychopaths. You got Toad and Venom. You have Toad next to Dark Phoenix. That looks pretty awesome as well. We have Toad next to Charles Xavier. We have Toad next to Blink. And here we have Jean Grey next to Toad as well. Just about done. And here Toad is next to Cyclops. And here's Toad next to both Wolverines. So overall, I'm very happy with this figure. Very, very extremely happy. This is an outstanding figure, like I said. This is Marvel Legends. This is definitely one of their best ever made. Top 50, maybe even top 25 for sure. I mean, this figure is that good. I feel like this figure is a must-have. If you're an X-Men fan, and if you like the character of Toad, this is definitely a must-get. This is a must-have. This is an outstanding figure. And like, I don't know if it's going to shoot up in price later on or not. I don't know. Time will tell. This could turn into a rare figure where down the line he could be like $150 plus, especially in the packaging. I don't know. It could happen. So we'll see. But I didn't want to wait. I didn't want to take that chance. I got him off eBay for $20. Somebody was selling him for 25. I made an offer of 20. They accepted it. I got it, and I'm so happy I did. This is the best $20 I have ever spent, probably in my life. So, very, very, very excellent figure. Highly recommend, and he is going to get a very high score of 9.5. I probably would have gave him a 10 if maybe his tongue was articulated, but that's just a small, tiny gripe. That's a tiny, tiny ass gripe, because this is such an excellent figure. He deserves a 10, but I'm just taking just a small smidge off, just half a point. But this is a very highly rated figure. I want to give him a 10 so badly because that's how freaking awesome he is. But he gets a very, very high 9.5 out of 10. Excellent figure. Definitely highly recommended. So, hope you guys enjoyed this review. This has been my review of the Marvel Legends Retro Toad from the X-Men collection from the old Toy Biz days. And yeah, hope you enjoyed this review. Until next time, guys. See ya.